This is Ted Gambordella, and I'd like to recite for you The Raven. Once upon a midnight dreary, while I pondered weak and weary over many a quaint and curious volume of forgotten lore, while I nodded, nearly napping, suddenly there came a tapping, as of someone gently rapping at my chamber door. "'Tis some visitor," I muttered, rapping at my chamber door, only this and nothing more. Oh, how well I do remember, it was in the bleak December, and each separate dying ember wrought its ghost upon the floor. Eagerly I wished the morrow, vainly I had sought to borrow from my books decreased with sorrow, sorrow for the lost Lenore, for the rare and radiant beauty whom the angels call Lenore, nameless here forevermore. And the sad silken rustling of the purple curtains thrilled me, filled me with forgotten terrors I had never felt before. So now, to still the beating of my heart, I stood repeating, "'Tis some visitor knocking on my chamber door, some late visitor entreating entrance at my chamber door. Only this and nothing more." Presently my soul grew stronger, hesitating then no longer, "Sir," or "Madam, truly your forgiveness I do implore, but the fact is I was napping, and so softly you came rapping, and so gently you came tapping, I was scarcely sure I heard you. Open wide I flung the door, darkness there and nothing more. Deep into the darkness peering, long I stood there wondering, fearing, doubting, dreaming dreams no mortal man had ever dared to dream before, but the stillness was unbroken, and the darkness gave no token, and the only word that was spoken was the whispered word, Lenore. Back into the chamber turning, all my soul within me burning, suddenly there came a rapping somewhat louder than before. Surely there is someone at my window lattice. Let me go and see who in there that is, and the mystery explore. Let my heart be still a moment, and the mystery explore. 'Tis the wind, and nothing more. Open wide I flung the shutter, and with many a flit and flutter, in there stepped a stately raven from the ancient days of yore. Not the least obeisance showed me, not a moment stopped or stayed he, but with mien of lord and lady, perched above my chamber door, perched upon the bust of Pallas just above my chamber door, perched and sat and nothing more. And this ebony bird beguiling turned my sadness into smiling by the grave and stern decorum of the countenance that it bore. Though thy crest be shorn and shaven, thou, I said, you ghastly, grim, and ancient raven wandering on the nightly shore, tell me what thy lordly name is on the night's Plutonian shore. Quoth the raven, nevermore. Much I marveled this ungainly fowl should profess so plainly, but his answer little meaning, little relevancy bore. But no living human being has ever yet been blessed with seeing a bird above his chamber door, a bird or beast upon a sculptured bust above his chamber door, with such a name as nevermore. But the raven, sitting lonely on his perch, spoke only that one word. Not another word he muttered, not another feather fluttered, till I scarcely more than muttered, other friends have flown before. On tomorrow he will leave me as my dreams have flown before. Then the bird said, nevermore. Startled by the stillness, broken by reply so aptly spoken, doubtless only stock and token talk caught from some unlucky master, whom unmerciful disaster followed fast and followed faster, till his song the burden bore, till the dirges of his heart the melancholy burden bore of the nevermore. And the raven still beguiling turned my sadness into smiling. Straight I wheeled a cushioned chair underneath the bird and bust and door, and as on the velvet sinking, I beset myself to thinking, fancy after fancy, what this omnibus bird of yore, what this gout and grim and ghastly gaunt ancient bird of yore meant in croaking nevermore. Let that be our word in parting, bird or fiend, I shrieked upstarting, get this back into the tempest of the night's Plutonian shore, leave no black plume as a token of the lies thy soul has spoken, leave my loneliness unbroken, take thy form from off thy door, take thy beak from out my heart, take thy shadow off the floor, quoth the raven nevermore. But the raven, never flitting, still a sitting on the pallid bust of Pallas just above my chamber door, and his eyes have all the seeming of a demon that is dreaming, and the lamplight o'er him streaming cast its shadow on the floor, and my soul from out that shadow that lies dying on the floor shall arise there nevermore. Edgar Allan Poe, The Raven, Charleston, South Carolina, 1869.